Hi, I'm Dr. Paulo from Level Motion, and today we're going to show you the tech tools that we build for clinics and clinic owners. So we're going to start here with one of our clinical tools, which is basically something you send home with a patient. So what this is essentially an exercise rehab program that measures the quantity and quality of how you do your exercises at home. Here, we start off with a squat. We're going to do a lunge, a walking test, and a standing active assessment. So it's actually everything is paired to my little clicker here, and we're going to go right in and start the exercises. So here's a calibration process which we already did. So we're gonna have to reconnect. We'll connect the sensors. So this is the sensors are now connected to the system, and then we did the calibration process already, so we can go right into the exercises. So here's a squat. I'm gonna have to do 5 reps. And as we do this, this is the avatar that's paired to my body. So as I do this, you're gonna see how as I squat, I'm just gonna have to match the motion to what the avatar is there doing, the shadow motion. So as I get to the right depth, it's gonna go up and it tells me I can go to the next rep. And you can see on the right there's an extra range of motion bar that tells me if I'm hitting all the full depth. And what's also too great about this is it's gonna show us quality. So when I pitch forward, it's gonna say, I have to keep my torso upright. So not only are we measuring quantity, we're also measuring quality of how reps are done. I have one more rep to do, and we are good to go. So we try to make this like a YouTube video with data. So it just moves right into the next exercise, which is a lunge. And I'm gonna do a lunge backwards. So I'm gonna set up myself for this motion. I'm gonna lunge backward and go backward and just hit the appropriate depth, come back up. And I can also change different angles to see a different angle if I want to. And as well as if I don't go to the appropriate depth, it won't measure. So I have to get deep enough for the rep to count. Very good. Now I'm gonna change the view and I'm gonna dive my knee in, and they'll tell me to push my knee out so I can get into the right angle and motion for the correct movement of the exercise. So I'm gonna go through, come back up, and we are done. So 2 exercises down. The last one here, the third last one here is actually a walking test. So basically I'm just gonna have to walk 14 steps and it's gonna capture my range of motion. So I walk and everything's being recorded behind me. And I turn, rotate, and it's recording at 30 hertz or 50 hertz at 50 times per second. And I am done. Last is our range of motion assessment. So if I'm gonna now measure different ranges of motion of my hip with the clicker here. So I'm gonna go into hip flexion first to start. I'm gonna capture my range of motion. There, it's 102 degrees. I'm gonna go into hip extension, which is this one. Capture that, ouch, I had pain. I'm gonna say that's a level 3 at a pain, so it's gonna capture that pain measurement for me as well. And I'm gonna go into hip abduction. It's gonna capture that motion. Hip adduction. It's going to capture that range of motion. Internal rotation, capture that. External rotation, capture that. I am done. I am done. I'm done my exercises. So pretty much the exercise is all done. So after this, we send this home with the patient. We can actually look at some of the data. So let's look at the lunge exercise. So with the lunge exercise, I can actually see where the patient went wrong. So it actually already shows me right here that the patient had an error in motion. So we can scroll right to where the patient had an error and show them what they did. So right at the motion, there was an error. So again, you can have conversations with your patient. So we're trying to create a better data-driven experience with your patient so that you can actually have conversations with them about their movements. So it's not only did you do your exercises, it's more about let's have a conversation about what you did wrong, the quantity, and we can have better conversations so you can have a better experience. So this is in a nutshell our system. So the goal again is to have data-driven experiences, and we help to work with clinics to be excellent.